this investigation, a lot of the investigative avenues that we looked down, we found ultimately at the end that they had her fingerprints on them.
Tammy Smith is charged with conspiracy to commit custodial interference and forgery for assisting Elizabeth Johnson in trying to interfere with Logan's custody rights, and for filling out court paperwork using her cousin's name falsely on court paperwork that was filed.
And in fact, you testified that your attorney told you to put a John Doe on the paperwork.
He told both Elizabeth and I in different conversations.
A John Doe, not a Craig Cherry.
I thought a John Doe was anybody, like a name. You need to put a John Doe, because watching TV, a John Doe is a name, I think. I mean...
So you thought your attorney's advice was to just pick a real person who was not the father of Elizabeth Johnson's city and write that name on the document?
Yes.
The evidence that we had regarding Tammy Smith in her trial included her long quest to add another child to her family. She had approached women that she perceived to be young single women in the past who looked like they needed help. She had approached couples in fast food restaurants.
To me, the most significant offense from my perspective is the conspiracy to commit custodial interference, because of the effect it has on and his family. And on that, I'm sentencing you to a term of 3 years of supervised probation to begin from today's date. You're going to serve a 30-day term in jail.
Tammy Smith was found guilty of both charges. She was sentenced to probation, and eventually on appeal, the forgery count got overturned.
Okay, we're outside the presence of the jury panel. Ms. Johnson's present. I understand that Ms. Johnson has said that she does not want to be here for the rest of Detective Ramirez's testimony and perhaps other evidence that's going to be produced. Is that correct, Ms. Johnson? Okay.
So, to be clear, we've told her what the testimony is going to be. She understands there's going to be audio, and she's anticipating that because it's going to be emotional testimony for her, she would prefer not to be in the courtroom for that reason alone. I don't want anybody to speculate about any other possible reasons for her absence here today.
She chose not to be present in the courtroom when we played the recording of her telling Logan she had killed Gabriel.
A lot happened in this trial, but the one thing, you come back to hearing her saying those words on tape, and that's the thing that sort of hangs me up always in this trial, and in this case.
Because I didn't really want to believe it. Honestly, I didn't really know what to think. Very emotional time, I guess, and just, I don't know how to really describe it.
Horrific. How a father could hear those words and live the rest of his life not knowing where his child is unimaginable.
There were two different versions given by Elizabeth Johnson in terms of what happened to Gabriel Johnson. Fair to say, one version is the I killed him version. The other version is I gave him away for adoption to a couple that I met in San Antonio.
That is correct.
Mark Victor chose to do something I have never seen in 23 years of my prosecution career. He barely cross-examined any witnesses. He didn't put his client on the stand. He simply argued the law. And in fact, his trial strategy was actually quite brilliant.
Do you have any evidence to support or deny the I killed him version?